attention over the past few years, making positive impact in their communities. But to keep that momentum, leaders in the ecosystem appear to be seeking lasting solutions to make Nigeria a powerhouse and, of course, a destination for inventors and intending partners, hence a startup bill that is currently underway. Joining us to discuss this further is Chizaram Ucheaga, Director at Founder Institute in Abuja. A warm welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So does Nigeria really need a Startup Act?
Yes, I believe we do. With the Act, the goal is to help create an enabling environment for startups and also to make government to be forward-thinking as regards their policies because, like we've seen, there's been a lot of policy flip-flops and it's affected so many sectors, ride-hailing, cryptocurrency, investments, technology companies, and things like that. So the Act is actually necessary to put things in order.
Right. So, and assuming the bill is passed, what would it offer to Nigerians?
So it will basically create a fair playing field for startups. So, and that way they will also get more investments. A few days ago, a startup on the Founder Institute program called me up, and he's like, he wants to register his company in the US because he has these investors that are considering investing in his company, but they just won't invest if he's a Nigerian registered company. So, and you've seen that, we see that play out a lot of times. So a recent example too is with Chaka and other investment companies that enable you buy foreign stocks from your mobile phone. So they were banned in December last year, and then they had to start the process of engaging with government stakeholders, and then they eventually got the SEC to kind of pass some policies so they regulate them. And then, funny enough, a few weeks ago, they got the regulation. I think about 3 days ago, they got investment of about $1.5 million. So without an enabling playing field for these startups, a lot of money is going to just leave. And the funny thing is that Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa are leading in the tech startup space, but Egypt is even on track to overtake Nigeria, and largely because we've not put the right policies in place. So once we do that, more money will come in. It's good for the economy, more jobs to be created. Like Paystack, for example, they were bought for over $200 million. They have over like 117 employees. So imagine having such powerhouses growing from the economy. You can have this our job and unemployment issue will be solved pretty quickly.
And Nigeria isn't the first country to explore this legislation, as you put there. What assurances are there that this one will reflect the country's present reality?
Well, like you rightly pointed out, a number of countries have started doing that. So Senegal, Tunisia have set up their own startup bills. And funny enough, Ghana actually had a small business act that they did in 1981. Other countries like Botswana, South Africa did similar things, but sadly Nigeria doesn't have any such bill. So, but the approach that has been done is more or less called like a big tent approach, and it's more or less bringing the public and private sector together, the tech startup ecosystem, driving the charge, and making sure that government comes on board so the policies are well harmonized. So you don't wake up one day and then you just see a ban and then you're out of business. So that synergy is key to making this work. And without that synergy, it's going to be a huge problem for many startups coming up.
Any recommendations to help grow the country's ecosystem into a powerhouse?
Well, the government needs to play a key role. Obviously, the startups have a lot of grit. You see that playing out every day. So the number of them are doing pretty good work. So, but for the government to create an enabling environment, they just need to do pretty much, just few things. So if they set up a sandbox, so rather than just wake up and say, oh, no more Okada in Lagos or stuff like that, when you see startups coming up in a new sector that don't have clearly defined rules, you can have a sandbox where you can have proper oversight of what's going on and then start saying, okay, if this is the way it's going, we can set up this policy to regulate them. Then the next thing is the license fees should be startup friendly. If you go and put minimum requirements, capital requirements that are very scary, like a lot of fintech companies that want to come into the space are facing that now with some of the new regulations from CBN. So if you put proper fees that are startup friendly, it will really help the ecosystem to pick up. So those are the things we are advancing for. And people like Paula, I know, from Ventures platform that's driving the startup bill, Ian, and quite a number of them are doing pretty good in that area. So we hope that the government really takes it serious this time, because they've actually started talks like this before, but we are really hopeful that this time it will go through. So the plan is to have this bill passed by October. So we are hopeful.
Thanks again, Chizaram.
You're welcome.